feel me? I might sip out this bottle until it get hollow. Shit, I might sip out this bottle just drown.
I get tons and tons of questions on where I take my car to get painted. I get a lot of them in the comments. So today I'm gonna answer that real quick in a video. The video is probably not gonna be that long, but I really wanna help you guys for only $500 and not break the bank and spend like $2,000 or more on a wrap or paint job. It's really simple. I take this car to a place called Maaco, called M-A-A-C-O. It's a really old school paint shop. There's like a basic service paint job. There's like 2 more after that, and then there's like a high-end paint job, which is obviously the most expensive. The high-end paint jobs are like OEM colors. OEM colors are the high-end ones because they have a lot of stages in them. Now, I'm not a painting expert. I'm not certified in any of this, so I'm basically like telling you guys what I've learned. When I first got the Rocket Bunny kit installed onto my car, I was gonna color match the car to the original blue that it came with, but that alone for color matching would have cost me around $1,000. So just painting the fenders, not the whole car, just the fenders would have cost me around $1,000. Pretty high. I wasn't really expecting that. So I asked them like what are the other options I could do, and they said they can do a single stage paint job. That will be around $500. A single stage paint job is what I get on all of my colors. It is pretty much the basic service, the basic paint job that they do there. So I honestly cannot say how long the paint job will last because I literally change the colors so often. So I haven't kept like one paint job for like over a year. So I can't really say how long they actually last. So it being a $500 single stage paint job seems too good to be true. There are things that you need to be aware about, and that's what I'm gonna show you guys today. So I'm not gonna bash Maaco at all or anything. It's a $500 paint job, so I really don't expect more. There will be some overspray in some parts. So I'll show you guys, for example, like right here, it's not like perfect around the edges. Now the turnaround time for these paint jobs are around 1 to 2 days. When I painted my car red, I literally got it the next day, the next morning. The turnaround time is really, really fast. So you also have to keep that in mind. So honestly, the time they take to like mask things off is probably not as great as if you were to spend thousands of dollars on a paint job. What I saw is that $500 was worth it for me to get my whole car a different color. You can take off certain parts, like I take off my headlights, I take off my taillights, and I literally bring my car in with stocks just to be safe so I don't get overspray on those parts. Now the number one thing that bothers me with these paint jobs is the overspray on these trims right here. Whoever masked it off didn't do a great job. They get it on their rubber trim. So they don't take off these parts. That's another thing I want to mention. They don't take off things. They literally just mask it off and spray it as is. So if you guys are really picky on something like this, I highly recommend to take off whatever you don't want to get overspray on. As time went by, I started taking off things. I started taking off my emblems. Like I said, do my headlights, taillights, wheels. I take off the rubber trim up here. If any of you guys know how to take these rubber trims off, please let me know down in the comment section below. I want to know how to do that for my next paint job so I can literally take off everything, send it in for paint, and not worry about like overspray or anything. Also, it's not perfect. There's some parts where like there's a lot of orange peel, much like the worst. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's really like, it kind of like dripped right here. Too thick of a layer, but it was like dripping right here, so it's not really smooth. Just small stuff like that. Also with this, you can spend more to get them painted. With my price, with the $500, they don't do the door jambs. So my door jambs are the OEM color. To be honest, that doesn't really bother me at all. But for some, it may bother them that the door jambs are a different color. There's a little bit of overspray inside like the fender well. That's also something that I've noticed. I'm trying to think what else, but honestly, that's about it. There's just like overspray under the car. It's not perfect around these like lines right here. And this for me is probably the biggest one. It can all be avoided if you were to mask it off yourself or take off these parts. That's something I'm definitely gonna do in the future. I'm actually gonna mask certain stuff off. Wow, that was really hard to say. I'm actually gonna mask certain parts off myself so I know they won't get overspray. In my opinion, it's worth it. Only $500, you can get literally a whole bunch of colors. They have a color book. You can choose from any color. When people see it in person, they honestly get surprised when I tell them I take it to Maaco and that it's a paint job. A lot of people think it's a wrap, but I always tell them it's like a $500 paint job, and they're like, no way, like, where'd you take it? You get tons and tons of questions. That's why I wanted to make today's video on it. And also to help you guys out, because I know a lot of you guys want to change the color of your car, but don't want to break the bank. So this right here, if you guys are not bothered by like little like imperfections, is so much more worth it than spending like $2 grand. Now this isn't like a paid sponsor or anything like that. I'm literally just reviewing my paint job to show you guys. They're not paying me to say any of this, or they're not paying me to like promote their brand or anything. I just wanted to help you guys out and review my paint job and my experience. Eventually I want to get this car like repainted like professionally, like literally have this car stripped down to like nothing and get the whole like chassis painted. Eventually that's something that I really want to do, like a super high quality one. But for now, that's just not something that I want to spend on. That'll pretty much do it for today's video. I think I covered everything that I wanted to talk about. So if you guys enjoyed today's video, drop a like for me. Comment down what you guys think and if you guys would take your car to a place like this. But stay tuned for when I get the new wheels, guys. I'm still waiting on them to come in. The lips were like out of order, so it's just taking longer than expected, but the wheels will be here soon. I'll make a video on that, like I said. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you guys next video. Peace out.